Hello gamers, Barmy here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about a game-changing add-on that I've recently discovered. After a 9-month break from Wrath Classic, I wanted to come back and check out Heroic Plus dungeons, but I was super bad at my prop paladin. I'd forgotten my rotation and my keybinds and felt like an absolute liability leading a group. However, one add-on changed everything and made tanking Heroic Plus dungeons effortless. I can even tank Heroic Plus using a controller with this add-on, and there are loads of downloadable macros online for all other classes and specs in the game. I'll talk about this at the end of the video. First, I looked online for a quick fix to my problem, and found the one-button prop paladin macro, but this was a long cast sequence macro and it was getting a lot of negative feedback. However, lots of people in the comments were mentioning an add-on called GSE, so I thought I'd check it out. The full name of the add-on is GSE Advanced Macro Compiler, and the overview states that unlike WoW's macros, it doesn't get hung up on the success or failure of the current actions. It just sends the commands to WoW and moves on to the next line. And this is what makes this add-on so much better than a standard cast sequence macro. There's no waiting for cooldowns, no reset time, just cast a spell and move on to the next. Creating a macro sequence is super simple. Once GSE is installed, just type /GSE in chat to open up the options menu. Click new and then give the sequence a name here. Clicking tab number 1 takes you to the main macro sequence editor, and the first thing you need to do is create a block for every spell that you want to include. So let's jump to a Wrath guide on prop paladins and have a look at what spells should be used as soon as they come off cooldown. This is the basic prop paladin rotation, and you can see that there are 7 spells that need to be used as soon as they come off cooldown. And I'm going to put everything apart from consecration into my sequence. If you're tanking in raids, I suggest you remove Avenger's Shield though, as you're going to need this to silence and pull range casters. Extra blocks can be made by the Add Action button here. Then add a /cast macro for each spell in all of these boxes. Don't worry about adding the spell rank though, as GSE will do this for you. If you want to change the spell order, then click the arrows above the block until they're in the order that you want them. Once you've got that done, click Save and close the sequence editor. Now click on your new sequence and you will see the Create Icon option become available. Click this and then drag your new icon to your action bars. It's going to look like a question mark until you use the macro for the first time, then the next spell in the sequence will be displayed. I then went and farmed mobs for a little while to make sure that everything was working the way I wanted it, and straight away my paladin felt stronger. I bound my new macro to the scroll wheel on my Razor Tartarus, which made spam casting super easy. I noticed that every spell in my rotation was being cast the instant the global cooldown had finished, which massively raids my DPS. I honestly believe that 90% of WoW players couldn't maintain this level of cast per minute without suffering serious carpal tunnel. DPS gains aside, the main benefit of using GSE macro is that you will no longer have to worry about your rotation or the cooldowns of your spells, and this will allow you more time to focus on what's going on in the fight, such as boss mechanics, threat, and the health of the players in your party. And I know macros like this are going to get some hate, but I really think it's a great option for new players who just want some breathing room to learn a new class. And also, most of these skills are not situational. Basically, the faster you pop them, the better. But let me know what you think in the comments. Would you use a macro like this? And do you think it could improve your gameplay? Also, if you like content like this and want to see more, then please hit that like and subscribe. For a brand new channel like this, it really helps to get things moving. To find a full library of GSE macros, then head to wowlazymacros.com and there's a link in the description below. Here you'll find pre-made macros for every class and spec in Wrath Classic, and even retail World of Warcraft. Once you've found a macro that piques your interest, just copy the code here and then go into GSE options and click import. Paste the code and click import, and then you can drag the macro to your action bar and you're golden. I hope you found this video interesting, and until next time, enjoy your time at Azeroth, and I'll see you in the next one.